What's good, everyone? I'm Corey with Delta Kits, and today I had the privilege of having Brittany join me. The super cool and talented Brittany's with me, and we finna take it to the dirty South. We're going to my hometown, my home state of Georgia. We got right now a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. We got a mom, a wife, a hustler, a mean machine, a overall great person. Let's take it out to Morgan from Level One Automotive. What's good, Morgan?
Hey, how's it going?
We good. How you doing this morning?
Pretty good. It's a rainy day here, so
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all got cold weather. I see people in South Carolina posting snow and cold. It's just raining, or is
I
it
mean it's
cold
a
also?
little windy, but a little windy for the most part. It's trying to get into that spring weather. Like my allergies are just crazy right now. So
Oh, well, there you go. Well, sorry about that, but we won't hold you too long, and we'll be mindful of your time. So let's get going. Brittany got a couple questions for you, so go for it, Brittany.
I was just wondering how you got into this industry.
it's actually a funny story. I worked in medical for 5 years. I had a degree in science. I was working in the laboratory, and then all of a sudden COVID hit, and it's kind of like, okay, well, the pay is really good, but I didn't have a lot of freedom, a lot of time to spend with my family, and I got a 4-year-old, and he's always keeping me on my toes, so I needed that extra time for him too. So then
Okay.
I had a few jobs here and there right after COVID, and
Right.
then I told my husband, I'm like, I'd like to do something where I can have my own schedule, but I don't really know what would be best for me. And we both love, like the car field, automotive
Mhm.
industry. He's a mechanic, and at
Right.
one point, I believe he got trained by your buddy Sean.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he got trained by him when he was working at a dealership. They had to learn windshield replacement and repair, and he
Gotcha.
just happened to have the kit kind of sitting in the garage, just chilling there. And I was like, well, what about this? And he's like,
Right.
well, if you're willing to learn, but you have to be patient with me. And I was like, oh boy, but I was able to.
Well, there you go. So you've been doing it a couple of years now, right?
A little
Hopefully,
over a
since what,
year.
3, 4 years now?
Oh no, like a little over a year.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, cool. So next question, I got a couple questions written down here. So next question. So clearly automotive background from your husband, you and that. So if you could describe your business model, like how would you kind of describe it?
On my business model, eventually I kind of like to maybe have a small shop somewhere and add some more
Hmm.
services onto that. But for right now, I've been mobile up to like
Okay.
30 miles from my location. And then
Gotcha.
if it's anywhere outside that, I try to charge a little bit extra to go out and do that until it starts to pick up a little bit more, especially during this season. Like winter
Mhm.
was slow, but then it picks up during spring and summer, especially.
All right. So being mobile and a windshield repair technician and being, I think you like an hour and a half north of Atlanta, do you find it
Yeah.
hard to find work or find business?
Not especially. There are days where it's kind of like more slow and you're like, well, what do I do now?
Hmm.
But when I first started out, I just started going like kind of door to door. Like I went to businesses in town, coffee shops,
Hmm.
like places to eat lunch. Because if I'm on the go, I'm always having to eat somewhere sometimes.
Right.
And then I like
Yeah.
give them a shout out. Like I really believe in supporting other businesses as well
Right.
as people supporting you.
Right.
So I kind of got into that, got a few customers that way, kind of built that, started building that clientele, and now I'm at the point where I can get referrals pretty easily.
There you go. Best business card is word of mouth. I tell people that all the time, and a closed mouth
Oh
don't
yeah.
get fed. You got to let people know what you do, and all that a little bit. So, what's your question? You got your next one.
My next question would be, let's see,
We got a lot of questions
we
for you.
got a
So
lot of
we reading
questions.
off a list. So here you go.
Oh, that's fine.
What does the normal day consist of for you as a windshield repair tech?
So normal day to day is anywhere from 2 to 5 repairs. There
There we go.
is typically about every other week, especially on
Hmm.
Wednesdays. I have a few little dealerships I go to and
Hmm.
just see if they have anything that needs to be serviced while I'm there. So I got that
Okay.
going on as well. But on like typically rainy days right now, like I can do repairs if they have a car in a shop or a
Hmm.
garage. And then of
Gotcha.
course there are days where you might not have much to do on rainy days. So that's when I really try to push content. Like that's a big thing for me.
Gotcha. That's why I call you the meme machine because you make some good memes. Level One
Hey,
Automotive, and this kind of leads into a question I have for you. But I already got one piece of advice from you that really where you kill it at because what you do is you make memes and like you just said, you make content. So So I got that out. I'm giving that out to people right now. If you want to see good content, follow Level One Automotive. But if you could give one piece of advice for either a new technician or old technicians in the windshield repair industry, what kind of advice would you give them?
Actually, I really thought about that one, and I thought about me and how I started out, setting
Mhm.
expectations.
Right.
So setting expectations before you work on that windshield, because anything you say after you start working is just an excuse.
Right. Yeah, nah, that's good. Make solutions, not excuses. But you're right. You got to set the proper expectation because we did a repair yesterday and it was actually a surface pit. But by just explaining what windshield repair is, then it was like this
Right.
isn't damage. This is just a surface pit that comes with the normal wear and tear of driving the vehicle. Hey, we'll do it for you. We're not going to charge you for a surface pit. But by educating the customer and setting the expectation, she knew she didn't need a windshield repair. It was just a surface pit. But I feel you like setting that expectation of what to expect from windshield repair. Like it's not going to
Right.
disappear. It's not going to go away. It's always going to be a scar. Now, when you finish the repair, so I feel you on that because a lot of people we get caught up in like we know what windshield repair is, but the actual consumer don't know what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. They've never, like, half of them have never seen anyone do a repair on their vehicle before.
Mhm.
So I have some that are like, hey, can I just, like, stand out here and watch you? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'll talk to you the whole time. I'm a very talkative person, so go for it.
Yeah. Nah, I got you. So now good advice there. What's the next one you got there?
What advice would you give someone looking to enter the windshield repair industry?
You're going to have hard days.
Yeah.
So I know everyone has a hard day, here and there. That's just part of life. But
Right.
I'll admit, like, when I first started out, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready. I'm going to go out and do this.
Yeah.
So, like, my main vehicle is my work vehicle.
Right.
Like, I have my logo on the back, and I drive it everywhere. So,
Yeah.
like, even on the weekends and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, like, the first day I went out to an actual, like, dealership, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I got this. I'm going to go introduce myself. Of course, I was nervous because it was, like, my first one.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I find some people at some places a little intimidating. So I had to get used to that too. But I got there and I feel like I was like, whoa, this is different. I feel like they had higher expectations.
Mhm.
And so I did a few repairs and, they weren't terribly pleased with it. They were kind of, the whole point, like, oh, well, it's still there. You're always going to
Right.
have a scar though. But I didn't set those expectations for my
Yeah.
first one. So it kind of got me in a, little spot there.
Yeah.
So like, okay, well, I got paid and I was thinking, I don't know if this one's the best place for me. Because as
Right.
your business owner, being yourself, you can choose where you work and who you
Right.
work for. So
Yeah.
I decided to go 20 miles out of the way to go talk to some other businesses down the road
Mhm.
that had like other car lots and stuff like that. And I was getting ready to turn left at one of them, sitting there waiting for someone to come the opposite direction down the road. All of a sudden,
Right.
I look in my rear mirror, and there's a F-250 and a trailer, like, just smashed into the back of my car.
Damn.
So that was my first day on the job. And you would think that would just, like, completely rattle me,
Right.
But my husband's like, all right, the body shop said they can get your car in 2 months. I said, I don't have 2 months.
Right.
Like, I just started. So we kind of took it into our own hands. I cut my bumper off my car, and we're going to make it more off-road at some point. But anyways, like, I did what I have to do, and it did shake my confidence a little. There was a few days where I was kind of like, just like, is this the best thing for me to be doing? And then I was
Right.
like, you know what? This is, for most people, like, I feel like they don't know when to start a business.
Mhm.
And I feel like any time is the best time to start a business instead of
Yeah.
wondering, like, what if,
Well, it's a bunch of coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I give you
Yeah.
another one. So I follow you, and I know who you are and how you really get busy out here, right? But one thing that I would say, advice that you actually do, I saw you, like I said, content is king. You make a lot of content, right? So you was doing a repair, but you actually had a compressor because you checked the tire pressure and you added some air to a tire. So going the extra mile and actually separating yourself is a cool
Yeah.
thing and it's adding value. So I saw that one thing, which you're always doing nice, kind acts to people. But that's one
Yeah.
thing that, what separates you, but going the extra mile and always being ready for anything on that part. So I think that's a good one that I noticed from you that you didn't say, but I noticed that. And another thing I'll tell people, like you say, you get to pick your customers and find the right fit for you. And just know when you get rejection, in my opinion, no means next opportunity, right? So someone might tell you no, it might not be a good fit for you, but you got to keep pushing. And
Yeah.
like you said, don't get rattled, because if you get rattled, that can screw your confidence up, and you can think this isn't for me. But when you keep at it and look at where you're at now, you know what I mean, you keep growing as you go. And so you just got to stick with it. So, yeah, that's good advice.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can pretty
Yep.
much only just go up from there. So,
Yeah, there you go. Ain't nothing only up from that. And then
yeah.
mindful of your time, we got two last questions for you. So one is,
All right.
what do you like most about windshield repair?
Oh, freedom. Definitely.
There
Like,
you go.
like I said, I have a kid, so I'm able to, I mean, for me personally, I do a lot of my appointments from like 8:30 to about the latest one being at 2 p.m. because he's got to be picked up by like 2:45.
Right.
So I can work the schedule. And then like my husband works every other Saturday, so I could possibly do a Saturday job if I needed to.
There
And
you
then in
go.
the summer, it's really tricky because I did that. I started last year and we went through
Mm-hmm.
the summer and I was like, ooh, how am I going to do this? Because my kids is with me all summer. And
Right.
so luckily I have a good support system. I have a lot of family nearby. So
Yep.
I ended up making my appointments after 12 instead of
Right.
doing the early mornings. But
Yeah. Now your support group is big because teamwork make the dream work. You know what I mean? You got to have a team, like they said, take a village to be a good parent and to run a successful business. Take a lot of people, and you got to always lean on other people. We can't do everything ourselves, and don't try to be Superman, Superwoman. Like let other people help you along the way. So yeah, we appreciate that. And mindful of your time, we'll let Brittany close it out with the last question.
Our
all
last
right.
question is, what is one thing that you wish you would have known when you first started?
Should have known. I might have to just go back to the social media thing.
Right.
Like, I mean, because what I did, honestly, is I looked at all the businesses that were around my area, regardless of
Right.
what it was. And I was like,
Yep.
all right, how can I set myself apart? And the best thing you can do with your business is just be yourself.
Yep.
Like, don't be like anybody else and don't try to be like, oh, well, what will everybody else like? Just kind of
Right.
do what you want to do. And
Yeah,
then
it's my
just,
business.
I
Yeah, it's my
try to
business. I'm gonna do
educate.
what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, like I have videos where I try to educate people because I know it's kind of confusing. I get a lot of replacement calls. I'm like, I don't do replacements, but I can point you in the right direction of someone that can do it for you.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Well, you blessed us with some cool, interesting information. We appreciate you. I've been watching your journey from day one. So shout out to you and your husband for doing it and killing it both in the automotive industry and supporting one another because I think that is key, like having someone that
yeah.
supports you and that understands what you do. So shout out to both of y'all for that. And again, I love your content. You make good memes. So for everybody who's watching, check out Level One Automotive. What social media handle so people can check you out?
I have Instagram, Facebook, and I also have the website that kind of answers all the questions for people that might need a repair because I know that a lot of people call me and they ask me like a million questions. And I'm like, hey, if you check out my website, all the questions are there for you. So,
Right. There you go. And that's all Level One Automotive or what are they?
do what?
All of them are all called Level One Automotive or what are the social media handles?
Level 1 Auto Services.
Level One Auto Services. So y'all check Morgan out. She got good content, got good information, killing it from my home state, the dirty South, Georgia. So yeah, we appreciate you for your time and thank you for getting us with some good info.
Well, thank y'all. I appreciate it.